Today, we're taking a cross-country trip to visit some of the most beautiful cities in the United States. We've got towering skyscrapers, charming historical streets, and breathtaking natural scenery. We're talking bucket list destinations, folks. The kind of places you see in movies and dream of visiting someday. And guess what? That someday is today. So pack your virtual bags and get ready for some serious wanderlust. This is going to be fun. From coast to coast, we're about to dive into the heart of 7 incredible cities, each with its own unique charm and personality. And let me tell you, narrowing it down to just 7 was tough. America's got beauty in spades. But hey, we gotta start somewhere, right? Welcome to our countdown of the top 7 most beautiful cities in the United States. Get ready to explore some of the most stunning urban landscapes in the country. First up, we're heading to the city that never sleeps, New York City. Look, I know everyone thinks their city is the best, but come on, it's New York City. The energy, the people, the pizza, there's nowhere else like it. You walk down the street and you're surrounded by a million stories. And those skyscrapers? Forget about it. The Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, One World Trade Center, they pierce the sky and make you feel like you're in the center of the universe. Don't even get me started on Central Park. It's like a giant green oasis in the middle of all that concrete. You can go from the hustle and bustle of Times Square to complete tranquility in a matter of minutes. And of course, no trip to New York is complete without a selfie with Lady Liberty herself. She's a symbol of hope and freedom, and let's be honest, she's just plain impressive to see in person. All right, from the fast-paced energy of New York, we're heading down south to Charleston, South Carolina, a city that knows a thing or two about charm. This is a city where history comes alive. You walk down the cobblestone streets, past pastel-colored antebellum houses, and you can practically feel the centuries of stories whispering in the breeze. You can spend days exploring the historic district, admiring the architecture and soaking up the southern hospitality. And don't even get me started on the food. Shrimp and grits, she-crab soup, low country boil. It's enough to make your taste buds sing. Charleston is like a step back in time in the best way possible. It's a city that embraces its past while still looking towards the future. Next up, we're heading west to the Golden City, San Francisco, a city known for its stunning views, iconic landmarks, and let's be honest, some pretty killer sourdough bread. First things first, you gotta see the Golden Gate Bridge. I mean, it's practically a rite of passage when you visit San Francisco. Whether you walk, bike, or drive across, the views are unforgettable. Then there's Alcatraz Island, the infamous former prison that's now a popular tourist destination. You can take a ferry over, tour the cell blocks, and learn all about its notorious history. But San Francisco is more than just its landmarks. It's a city with a vibrant arts and culture scene, a thriving culinary scene, and a whole lot of heart. Get ready to let the good times roll because we're about to touch down in New Orleans, Louisiana, the birthplace of jazz, the home of Mardi Gras, and a city that knows how to party. The French Quarter is like stepping into another world. The colorful buildings, the wrought iron balconies, the smell of beignets in the air, it's a feast for the senses. And the music, jazz, blues, funk, it pours out of every doorway and fills the streets with an infectious energy. Whether you're catching a show at Preservation Hall or just listening to street musicians, you're in for a treat. And of course, no trip to New Orleans is complete without experiencing the food. Gumbo, jambalaya, po' boys, it's all delicious and oh so satisfying. From the bayous of Louisiana, we're heading north to the Pacific Northwest and the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington. Seattle is a city that seamlessly blends urban excitement with natural beauty. You've got towering skyscrapers, but you're also surrounded by water and mountains. You can visit the iconic Space Needle, explore Pike Place Market, or take a ferry to one of the nearby islands. And if you're a coffee lover, well, you're in luck. Seattle is home to Starbucks after all, but Seattle is more than just coffee and grunge music. It's a city with a thriving arts and culture scene, a delicious food scene, and a laid-back vibe that's hard to resist. Next up, we're off to the Windy City, Chicago, a city known for its stunning architecture, its beautiful lakefront, and of course, its deep dish pizza. Chicago is a city that's full of surprises. You can wander through Millennium Park home to the iconic Cloud Gate sculpture, aka the Bean, catch a show in the Theater District, or cheer on the Cubs at Wrigley Field. And then there's the food. Deep dish pizza, Chicago-style hot dogs, Italian beef sandwiches. It's enough to make your stomach growl just thinking about it. But Chicago is more than just its food and attractions. It's a city with a rich history, a vibrant arts and culture scene, and a certain Midwestern charm that's all its own. Last but not least, we're ending our journey in paradise, Honolulu, Hawaii. Honolulu is the capital city of Hawaii, and it's located on the island of Oahu. This is the Hawaii you see in the postcards. Turquoise waters, white sand beaches, swaying palm trees. You can spend your days surfing at Waikiki Beach, hiking up Diamond Head for breathtaking views, or simply relaxing on the sand and soaking up the sun. And the food! From fresh poke to shaved ice, Hawaiian cuisine is all about fresh, local ingredients and bold flavors. Honolulu is the perfect place to relax, recharge, and embrace the aloha spirit. Well, there you have it, folks. The top 7 most beautiful cities in the United States. From the bright lights of New York City to the laid-back vibes of Honolulu, these cities offer something for everyone. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your next adventure. And hey, if you visit any of these amazing places, be sure to tag me in your photos. I want to see your adventures. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel inspiration. Until next time, happy travels!